Welcome back to The Ed Show. Republican Congressman Paul Ryan is attacking President Obama for engaging in what he calls the politics of division.
Instead of appealing to the hope and optimism that were the hallmarks to his first campaign, he has launched his second campaign by preying on the emotions of fear, envy, and resentment. This has the potential to be just as damaging as his misguided policies. Sowing social unrest and class resentment makes America weaker, not stronger.
Ryan targeted President Obama's jobs tour as a propaganda campaign, saying it misleads the American people to incite hatred towards the rich.
He's going from town to town, impugning the motives of Republicans, setting up straw men and scapegoats, and engaging in intellectually lazy arguments as he tries to build support for punitive tax hikes on job creators.
Paul Ryan says President Obama's words are dividing the country. False. Absolutely false. The economic reality created by Republicans and endorsed by Paul Ryan has divided this country and will continue to do so. If you don't believe me, look at the findings of the Congressional Budget Office, the independent research agency within the Congress. You see 5 brackets there, folks, covering income growth for 99% of Americans over the past 3 decades. And then the one on the right, there is the income growth for the top 1%. You be the judge. Fact, wealthy Americans are paying less and getting more. The country is divided by a wealth gap of nearly 300%. Paul Ryan needs to stop blaming the president for pointing out the facts. That's exactly what he's doing on the road. And I want to say one thing about Democrats tonight. Where the hell are you? You got an opposing congressman there who has put forward a bill that wants to privatize Medicare and Medicaid, comes out and attacks the president falsely, and I don't see any Democrats in the Congress stepping up, correcting the record, or going to bat for President Obama. We're here, MSNBC, The Ed Show, every night, Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock. Give him some backup, will you? I mean, it's outrageous what that guy just said. He is inciting civil war. That's what he's doing. You take his comments and you dissect them and you see exactly what they mean. It's almost as if the Republicans want violence to take place in our society. And the Democrats just sit there and let President Obama take it. Where's the communication team of the Democrats? Why aren't you out on the talking heads on talk radio across America with editorial boards on talking head shows on cable saying, you know what, this is wrong? Where's the force? Where's the passion? Where's the fight for the Democrats? Does President Obama have to do everything? Let's turn to Stephen Ratner, former auto advisor in the Treasury Department under President Obama and author of the book Overhaul, an Insider's Account of the Obama Administration's Emergency Rescue of the Auto Industry. I want to read that. And former Congressman Alan Grayson, who is running for Congress, who speaks his mind and quite well, I might add. Great to have both of you with us tonight. Congressman, I want to ask you first. Is President Obama inciting hatred towards the rich in this country when he points out the income gap?
No, I mean, for Paul Ryan or any Republican to talk about this, to talk about the president inciting the politics of division, is much like O.J. saying that he's going to devote his life to finding the real killer. They're the real killers. They're the ones who have devoted their lives to a politics of division in this country. For my entire adult life, going all the way back to Nixon's Southern strategy, they've pitted white against black, North against South, straight against gays, and now they're blaming the president for this? Give me a break.
Stephen, you like to show this graph. It shows taxes on the richest Americans of the past 20 years. Why are Republicans still saying the wealthy Americans are overtaxed when clearly they are not?
I have no idea. Warren Buffett has made this point that he pays a lower tax rate than his secretary. These are facts. That data on that chart that you just showed comes from the IRS. The fact is that a series of tax reductions, some of which occurred under Clinton, to be fair, many of which occurred under President Bush, have lowered the tax rate on the wealthiest Americans from about 28 or 29% down to 17%. That's just a fact.
Senate candidate Elizabeth Warren in Massachusetts has said the opposite of what Paul Ryan is saying. Here it is.
There is nobody in this country who got rich on his own. Nobody. You built a factory out there, Good for you, but I want to be clear. You moved your goods to market on the roads the rest of us paid for.
Ryan responded to that quote from Warren today.
This is what I call the fatal conceit of progressivism. It's upside down. It's the presumption that money and wealth made and created in America is the government's unless they benevolently expend it back to people.
Congressman, why does Paul Ryan, what does he not get about what Elizabeth Warren is saying?
He doesn't get it all. He doesn't get any part of it. For the past 30 years, this country has seen, since Reagan and onward, a tremendous growth in the wealth of the wealthy and the poverty of the poor. The rich have been getting richer. The poor have been getting poorer. That's just the way it's been for the past 30 years. The choice is really, at this point, are we going to do something about it, or are we going to try to just ignore it and let the middle class sink into poverty and see it destroyed? That's really where we are at this point in this country. That's the choice. The choice essentially is between class warfare and class surrender. And I've never been in favor of surrender.
Mr. Ratner, the White House says that they're not going to change the message. What do you make of that?
I think the president is right to point these things out. I don't view it as class warfare. I think the fact is that the top 1% in this country now have the same share of income it had back in 1928 at the height of the Gilded Age. And I think the president is right to point that out and right to continue to carry his message across the country.
Stephen Ratner, Alan Grayson, great to have both of you with us tonight. Thank you.